This morning we're going to install an above-ground swimming pool. This pool is going to be professionally installed by a family leisure installation crew. But before construction actually begins, several things need to be discussed with the homeowner that concern the actual installation of the pool. This is a 24-foot pool, so the homeowner has ordered 6 tons of fine mason sand. Remember that the sand and gravel companies do not accurately weigh the sand, so in most cases there will be excess sand. The first thing to be discussed is obviously the pool location. As you can see, this site has already been staked out by the homeowner. The second concern, are there any underground wires such as power, phone, or cable lines where the pool is located? We strongly recommend that all electric, phone, cable, or gas lines be flagged or marked before we come to install the pool. Remember, the pool cannot be placed under overhead power lines. The third item to be discussed is whether there is a septic tank, field lines, or sewer lines near the pool site. In this case, there is a downspout drain directed away from the pool site. It is imperative that all gutters and downspouts do not direct water towards the pool site. All rainwater runoff should be directed away from the pool location. Next, the builder will discuss the access path to the job site. Remember, this is heavy excavation equipment and dump trucks. There will be lawn damage on the access path. There also can be damage to driveways and sidewalks. We strongly recommend that we be provided at least an 8-foot access path that does not run over driveways, sidewalks, or landscaping. As you can see, this homeowner has an existing deck, so the builder is discussing with him if he has any future deck plans. We will not be able to hit the original deck height, so the new pool deck will actually be a step down from the existing deck. This is actually ideal, as then a fence and self-latching gate can be installed to prevent unauthorized access to the pool site. Next, they will discuss where the excess dirt from the excavation should be placed. Some dirt can be put in piles around the pool site, but in the case of a deep excavation, there will be too much dirt, and that dirt can only be moved about 25 feet from the job site. Next, they will discuss where the pump and filter system should be located. Family Leisure always recommends that it be on the low side of the pool, usually away from the house. Next, they will discuss the location of the entry system. Again, Family Leisure recommends the low side of the pool. On the high side, as you will see later, the steps will end up in a hole that will later fill in with dirt and be unusable. Finally, he will make sure that a permit has been pulled for this pool, and as you can see, it has been and is clearly posted. Permits are required in most counties and municipalities. It is the homeowner's responsibility to obtain this permit. Well, we are now ready to begin construction. The first step to the actual construction is painting or marking the pool perimeter. This is a 24-foot pool, and there is usually a 2 to 3 foot overdig, so the actual excavation area will be about 28 feet in diameter. In the case of a deep dig or a severely out of level yard, the installer would discuss additional excavation charges and that deeper digs have a great deal of excess dirt. They are using a laser level. This level uses a laser light. By marking the light on the grade stick, they will shoot an absolutely level grade. Now begins the actual excavation. Remember, this is now a construction site with heavy equipment at work. Please keep all pets restrained and children away from the site. Please notice that the machine moves quickly. This is not the men hurrying. It is simply the way these machines operate efficiently. The site is now ready for the actual pool construction. The first step is to lay out the bottom track to locate the patio blocks. These patio blocks are located at the joiner plates. One of the most important steps in having a level pool is to make sure that these patio blocks are absolutely level. Again, they are using a laser level for this. Notice that they are staking out the bottom track to ensure that the pool maintains a perfectly round shape. Next, they will remove a portion of the track so the sand can be brought into the excavated area. At this point, they will pre-assemble all the uprights. Notice there's a piece of plywood under the coiled wall. This makes it easier to unroll the pool wall. If the pool has a stainless steel service panel, it should be attached to the pool wall before rolling it out. Also, all the sharp edges should be taped for safety. Notice a course of duct tape is placed over the wall bolts to protect the liner. Next, they will begin to roll out the pool wall. The pool is now placed in the track as the wall is unrolled. It is imperative that they try to keep sand from getting in the track as this is being done. As they unroll and place it in the track, they are putting on the top rails and attaching bungee cords to wind stakes for stability during the process. This is extremely important if there is any wind at all. Even though the track has been staked carefully, the wall bolts never meet perfectly. By simply using a thin screwdriver as a lever and shimmying or shaking the pool wall can be lengthened or shortened so the wall bolts will meet perfectly. Now they are assembling the rest of the wall bolts. Another course of duct tape will then cover those bolts as well. These wall bolts will be slightly visible under the liner, but pose no danger to the liner because of the duct tape covering. It is very important before continuing that they recheck the roundness of the pool. Now they will assemble the uprights around the pool. Prior to installing the liner, the bottom must be prepared. First, the sand is spread smoothly and evenly around the pool. Ideally, the sand should be 2 to 4 inches thick. Then a 6-inch cove is pushed up against the pool wall. This cove should be relatively uniform so that the liner hangs evenly. Notice the foam shoes. This is to keep from leaving excessive footprints while the liner is being installed. Next, the sand should be tamped or troweled to provide a relatively firm, smooth bottom. Remember, this is a sand bottom. It will be firm, but there will be small surface irregularities. While the bottom is being prepared, they will build the filter base pad. Family Leisure recommends a 6-block pad to provide a solid base for the filtration system. Last, they will wet the sand if necessary to finish seating it. The filter system is now being assembled and placed on the pad.